Okay, we got another little one for you. I don't know what to label this. A little bit to do with eating. You got to watch what you're eating. You could always, it's one of these things. You could always go back for seconds. And what I started to do, just for instance, I used to make 4 scoops of oatmeal, throw it into a bowl, and I used to warm it up with water and everything, and eat it that way. I started doing cold oats, where I took 1 scoop and put it in a bowl. And then I mixed it with, actually, I tried coconut water and I also tried pineapple coconut water. It gives a little hint of pineapple or a little hint of coconut. That's pretty good. If you like maple syrup or such, you could put a little maple syrup before you eat. If you want it a little creamier or such, try putting a flavored yogurt in. It kind of dilutes the sugar, gives it a nice flavor, and you're getting your protein from the yogurt too, and your probiotics from the yogurt. Um, the thing is, they're saying that there's 3 different items that actually work good for muscle recovery. So as you're doing exercises, you need to watch your muscle recovery, which the 3 different things would be eggs. Okay, eat plenty of eggs. Okay, and they're talking 3 to 4. And there's a lot of access for these meals on the internet. You could go on YouTube and get some access as far as good diets to work. But for protein, for muscle recovery, they're saying 3 to 4 eggs, cooked to your style, however you'd like it. They preferred boiled, hard boiled eggs, but I'm sure you could cook it any way that you like. Uh, Next thing is salmon. You want a fatty fish, good protein source, loaded with omega 3. It's actually good for you, so that's another one. Good for recovery, muscle source, and everything. Next one would be Greek yogurt, and that you could actually do like a cup a day also. Uh, Go with your eating habits, like they suggest. Okay, different people suggest do not eat 3 hours before bed. Like if you go to bed at 10, quit eating at 7. Okay. So the thing is, the next morning you wake up and don't just go for the fridge right away. Wake up, spend about an hour, uh, get yourself, get a nice glass of water or such first, and the thing is, sometimes else the glass of water will satisfy your hunger ever so slightly. Uh, then basically make yourself, like the eggs and everything. They're recommending, some sources are recommending to have the eggs every single day. Same thing with the fish. The fish, they're recommending every other day, or 3 times a week, 2 times a week sometimes. Greek yogurt, more like every day. These are different things that, yeah, they do actually promote the protein and everything promotes muscle growth and muscle recovery. So when I say recovery, you do a long stretch of exercises, and you have to recover from the exercises. I mean, you can lay down and be like, "Oh, God, I'm sore. I'm so sore today," and yeah, that happens. But you do your muscle recovery and everything else, and you still may recover, you may rebound real quick, and you're ready to do exercise again. The same day. Now, exercising, they say, do it twice a week, 3 times a week. Don't alternate the days. Alternate the days that you're going to be doing exercises. Doesn't matter what exercises you do. You get fancy equipment and work a stationary bike, a stair stepper, recumbent bike, whatever whatever there is. You can buy yourself expensive equipment like a treadmill or such. You can buy expensive equipment like a towel. There was one guy that said, take a sheet of paper towel or such, put it under a cup, and then take a towel and go like this and wave it So you're creating a windstorm. And just keep doing that for, 5, 10 minutes, whatever it is. But you're raising your arms up and down. And you could be going with your shoulders. You could be going just your elbows. Okay. A lot of different ways that you could actually be doing this exercise. And this is isometrics right here. If you do it slowly enough, you could do it very slow and everything else. Put your arms out, raise them up over your head, put them out towards your sides. Do these little exercises. You're not performing in a gym. You're not doing a dance rehearsal or anything else. So the thing is, if you're waving towels in the air, if you're performing these little exercises like that, there's one called a horse stance. You can look that one up. I mentioned it a couple times. It actually wider stance with your feet. They're more of the bigger than your shoulder length, and then you're standing there and doing like a squat. But it works when you don't have the articulating joint in your ankle. You could try it, but keep in mind you have something next to you, something stationary, a sink like a kitchen sink. If you have parallel bars, do that. Open window to a car or such. If you have a pickup truck, the back end of the pickup truck, hold on to it and kind of do those exercises, and you do like a squat. You're not going down and back up with those squats. You're going down with the squat. You're staying down for 10, 15 seconds, and then you bring yourself slowly back up. You're holding that squat position for a while. And basically, you could hold it for 10, 15 seconds. You could hold it for 10, 15 minutes. Any way you do this, it will help you. Okay. And the thing is, you could always increase later. If you could only do 15 seconds, do 15 seconds and then raise it up to 10 seconds later, another 10 seconds after that, and then another 10 seconds. Pretty soon you'll be over a minute, minute and a half. You'll be all right. You'll be doing quite a bit. Anything, isometrics, going like this. You could jiggle your arms back and forth like this. Okay? I mean, basically, this is not a dance move or anything. It makes you look like a total idiot. But again, you're not in a health club doing this. You're at home. Go ahead, do it in a slow fashion. Okay? And same thing with the towel. Same thing. You could go with hand motions. Um, Whatever. You lift your legs, do leg lifts, um, different exercises. Just look at them carefully, modify them to your degree. Now, you're going to say, hey, I can't really get into a position of doing a push up. Instead of doing the push up on your feet where your arms are holding you up, okay, do it where your knees are what's holding you up, your knees and your arms, okay? You're doing a modified push-up, or if you're doing modified plank, where your forearms could be on the floor and you're just holding that position. Again, isometric. Look at that term, isometric exercises. There are also certain types of martial art exercises that are performed, and certain types that are performed not only in martial arts but in yoga. Uh, a lot of times yoga gives you balance, martial arts will give you balance, and basically if you lost a limb, um or losing it when you lost a portion of your limb, or losing feeling in your limbs or whatever, sometimes you need to regain your balance. That's what you're looking for, is balance. And yoga, martial arts, a lot of these exercises do help you to gain balance. um the thing is, there's so much that could be done, and don't think of it as, oh, that's not much of an exercise. No, it's not. It may not be much of an exercise in a health club, or to a guy that's lifting 800 pounds with a deadlift, with pumping iron or anything like that. No, you're doing your capability with what you have at home. You may not want to run over to a gym just to do these kind of exercises. You got what it takes to do it at home. Maybe later on, you may be running to a gym doing them because you need that little extra, you know, equipment, the extra equipment to actually do some of the exercises. But that comes later on. For right now, do what you can. Do the leg lifts. If you're on your side, you could, do leg lifts on your side. You could do them on your back. Do different types. Bend at each one of the joints. Bend slowly enough. Okay, if you're lifting your leg, don't just lift it and drop it. Lift it very slow, hold it, and then bring it back down. Lift it very slow, hold it, and bring it back down. Then after you do it where you're rotating your hip up and down, okay, lift your leg up, but bend your knee also, and bring your, like, almost as if you're trying to bring your knees up to your chin, and do that. Any single exercise that you could think of, anything as far as movement. If you want, you could actually take, it doesn't even have to be a dumbbell or anything like that. It could be water bottles. Hold a water bottle in your hand. Um, Here, I'm going to take a soda bottle. Got it in my hand, and here you go. I'm taking a soda bottle and lifting it back and forth. Okay? I'm lifting it over my head. Okay? Don't have to fill, after you finish the soda or anything like that. Save the bottle, fill it with water. Okay? Make it heavier. Um, you anything that you have to offer a little bit of weight, you could do. You could do it that way. If you don't want to offer the weight, you don't have to offer the weight. You're not looking to for competition. You're not looking to, lift the world. Okay. You're looking to be a repetitive exercise. You have movement, you have circulation, and the thing is, they'll help your joints, it'll help the muscle growth, it'll help your tendons, your cartilage, everything that you have. And after a while, you'll be like, wow, I didn't need, you know, certain types of, you know, hip treatments, knee treatments. I actually did exercises before my amputation. I was exercising because I had issues with my knees. I could not bend my knees too easily, getting on in and out of the chair. So I started doing more exercises on my knees. All of a sudden, a month goes by, I'm able to bend my knees real easily. I'm able to walk up and down stairs very easily. And it has to be from that. So as soon as you can, try to get as much of the exercising done as you can. Maybe you're not even fitted for the prosthesis yet, but still, and when you're in bed, exercise, bring your legs up and down, bring them side to side. Do the short motions. Don't have to add weight to it. If you do, you do. But do the short motions and you'll be glad that you did. So anyway, keep in touch, subscribe. Just a short video. I hope everybody gets a little bit of something out of it. Again, keep up these short exercises, and pretty soon you'll be running miles. Okay? We'll talk to you later. Bye now.